All right, coming at you for Thursday, 4:16. We got a 4-minute warm up to start with, you guys. We're going to start with 10 arm circles each direction. So you're going to stick those arms out locked straight, rotate through the shoulder. Okay, you're going to go 10 forwards and 10 backwards. After you get 10 each direction, we're going to drop to the floor and hit 8 push-ups. If you've got these RX, we're going to do a nice tight plank position, lowering the body all the way to the floor and back up, keeping that hip in line. If you do not, drop to your knees, but still keep that hip in line and lower as low as you can all the way to full extension. Back to your feet, we're going to work through 8 lateral lunges. Step to the side and drop in, come back up to center, go to the other side, alternating back and forth. And then 8 air squats if we didn't have enough yesterday. Practice good form here. Yes, bust things loose. Make sure you're doing them right. If you need to hold on to a wall, do it. After that, you go back to the top and repeat for 4 minutes. Mobility is going to be a wall lat stretch for 1 minute. You can do this single-sided. So we're going to step forward, twist across, and then push that armpit in towards the wall. If you think you can get a little more stretch, you could actually take like Brandy's right leg and she can move her foot more to the left, crossing it behind her a little bit. So there you go. And then you can push that armpit even further and it'll just stretch a little more through the lat. After a minute each side, we're going to hit the floor and do a child's pose. Child's pose, you're going to be down on all 4, knees wider than the hips, feet together. Butt sits down and you drop those arms out. We're looking for a good stretch through the lats and the low back here. So breathe through that one and relax. After a minute in the child's pose, you can do any extra stretching you need to. And then we'll get ready for the accessory. The accessory, we're going to be doing lat raises and front raises. And then we're going to be doing some snatch work. So let's start with those lat and front raises. If you've got odd objects around, which most of us do right now, you can definitely use those, but if you've got some plates or dumbbells, that's fine too. We're going to lock those arms out, turn sideways for me, Brandy, and be lifting out right in front of us and coming up to just shoulder height. Okay? We are going to accumulate 50 in each direction. So whatever you need to take for breaks based off of the amount of weight you have is absolutely fine. But you're going to get 50 front raises and 50 lateral raises. Now, if you only have one object and you need to do single-sided, match each side. So if you do 5 on the right, do 5 on the left, and that's 5, not 10. Okay? Now, when we get those done, you accumulated 50 each direction. We're going to do some snatch work. If you've got a barbell, don't go any heavier on this than about 45 to 55%. You are not going to want to, and I don't know if you'll get that high. Brandy plugged this in for 3 sets of 20, and she wants it unbroken. So, for some of us, that might be an empty bar. But we're looking for power snatches, and we're looking for you to concentrate on that form. Okay, so make sure you're keeping that bar close to the body. Make sure you warm it up good. If you guys have weight and you're going to put some on, go through the barbell warm up. Warm up those shoulders really well. 3 sets of 20. You can take whatever break in between those that you need to get yourself ready for the next set. After that, we're going to talk about the dumbbell work. If you have dumbbells, kettlebells, anything like that, we can do single-sided, but what we want to see here is that you do 10 on one arm before you switch. Practicing that good form, guys. Come all the way to the floor and work that power snatch. Now, don't worry about alternating and switching because we want 10 on your right and then 10 on your left, and that's your set of 20. Same thing can be done with the kettlebell. All right. Now, what do you want them doing if they don't have any weights at all?
Oh, it was the lat raises.
Oh, okay. So that's an either or. It doesn't have to be both?
You could do both.
Okay. You can do both of those things if you want, guys, but the lat raises and front raises was if you didn't have anything to do any snatching, okay? After that, the workout is going to be 50 rounds for time of 1 burpee, drop all the way to the floor, thighs and chest touch, come back up, jump and clap, 4 plyo lunges, jumping midair. If you don't have these, we want you doing reverse lunges. So step down and back, drive back up out of the heel, and then 2 clusters with whatever you've got. If it's a barbell, you're going to clean that bar from the floor and squat and press overhead all in one motion. Back to the floor, clean it up and press, and keep moving through those just for 2, okay? If you don't have a bar, but you've got a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can do the same thing. Go into a single-sided squat clean thruster. That's called a cluster, guys. For 2, do you want 2 each side or 2 total? 1 on each side, 2 total, okay? Now, if 50 rounds of this is going to get way too tough, Brandy you can choose to do a 20-minute AMRAP, meaning basically that's your cap. If you choose that AMRAP, put that in the notes, please. Now, if you're spicy and you went light on the cluster and you're flying through this workout and you're done at like 12 minutes in, make it a 20-minute AMRAP. Now you've just given yourself extra work. So, and see how far you can get. But if you truly want to just stop at 50 rounds, if you get that done in less than 20, cool, just mark what you got. Now, if you need to do clusters with something odd object, absolutely fine. Treat this like a med ball squat clean thruster. Grab that object, pull up to the chest and pass through a full squat, and then press it overhead. Okay, carefully, depending on what objects you have, guys. Make sure you've got a good grip on that. And there you go. Work your way through that, and then hit a nice little cool down. Go for a walk if it's nice out. Do some light stretching, whatever mobilization you can, and we'll hit Friday. Have fun with it, guys.